Firstly, let me just say before the video really kicks off, I'm sorry if this comes across as a rant. That is not my intention at all, but I'm very frustrated with what Games Workshop is doing with Space Marine chapter lore. Today's a day that the embargo was lifted, and there's a lot of content creators out there who are partnered with GW that are now showing off the brand new Space Marine codex. In that Space Marine codex, they've once again changed the lore that they've just established, by the way, a couple of years ago about certain chapters being connected with founding chapters. And it's getting to a point now where I think it's ridiculous. Games Workshop, what is going on with your Space Marine bloody lore? Now, the information I want to be talking about today is coming from a YouTube channel called Gorilla Miniature Games. I'll leave a link to the description of that video. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, Space Marine new codex breakdown video on the internet right now. The chap goes through all the pages, he shows you the rules, talks about the rules in detail and stuff like that, gives a very awesome breakdown. If you want to see that, link in the description. What I want to focus on is some of the lore pages. One of the lore pages, again, I'm going to put it in the background right now, is called Unknown Lineage. There is a actual brand new Imperial Fish chapter that has been founded, but we'll get onto that in another video because I want to cover that again. I don't know if GW are going to retcon that at this point, but the Unknown Lineage has chapters on that page that have been previously founded to first founding legions. They've actually put an index of Astartes out, and it's leaving me wondering now, what in the Emperor's name is going on at like the GW lore department? Do they not understand that it has been previously been connected to these first founding chapters? Are they retconning it? If they are retconning it, then what? Over the course of, I think it was like 3 years ago, they put out the Index of Astartes. That is a really, really bad thing to do, because I know a lot of people jumped on these chapters because they were connected to literal first founding chapters that they adored. So I'm going to put the image up in the background again while we talk about some of the main chapters that have now changed from knowing their founding to being unknown. First up is the Exorcists, which is an absolute mind boggle for me, because the Exorcist chapter actually got an Index of Astartes in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. That's the information that I've got online. It was White Dwarf 462 Index of Astartes Exorcist. I even did a video. I'll put the thumbnail to the video in the background if you want. I'll put the link in the description to it. I did a full-on video covering this entire new bit of lore because I was excited, thinking, oh my god, Exorcists are actually sons of Rogol Dawn, because it was always about, are they like Grey Knight successors, etc, etc, etc. And a lot of people, I know a couple of friends who actually started to make Exorcists because they were now connected to the Sons of Dawn. But what we have here now in the background, again, the excerpt, I'm going to try and read off. Sorry about the quality. It is taken from Gorilla Miniature Games YouTube channel, so it's not fully high quality. I'm sorry about that. It says, the Exorcists are speculated to have come from the 13th founding. Their progenitor is known only to the highest ranking members of the Ordo Malleus, and death's details of their creation have been placed under Inquisitorial seal. The Exorcists maintain 2 additional scout companies for a total of 12 companies, I think it says. The exotic training requires a high influence of recruits in order to ensure the chapter's continuation. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, but Valrak, it's known to the highest levels of the Ordo Malleus, as it states there. And again, you're absolutely right in saying that. But why do they have a full Index of Astartes which goes through all the information? What they're trying to do is say, okay, the Exorcists don't really belong to anyone. It's known, but it's not really known now. So if you're an Ultramarine fan, oh, they could be Exorcists, right? If you're a Salamander fan, oh, they could be Exorcists. It's not. It's already been stated. It's been stated that they are sons of Rogol Dawn. And I'm not making this video because my Dawnness, my Dawn pettiness is coming out. I just really think, right, if Games Workshop has a set of lore that they put out there, they should truly stick to that lore, not change it every 3 years, because a lot of people in this hobby build an army for the story, for the lore. They don't do it because, you know, Desolation and Marines are the best. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to kill everything. I connect with this armor because of the lore, the foundation, who is their Gene Father, who is their Primarch. And if you change that, I think it's going to get a lot of people upset. It's getting me upset about it. You know, it's stupid in the grander scheme of things. But when it comes to like 40k lore, I think that Games Workshop are changing far too much and are not really paying attention to the previous lore that they've just established. Again, especially if it's 2 to 3 years ago. This is not like 20 years old. It's less than like 5 years old. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the other chapter on here is the White Templars. Now, the White Templars, if I'm not mistaken, they changed that at the start of 9th edition towards the end of 8th edition. They were, again, Sons of Rogal Dawn, and they came out with a story that they got gene tested, and they were no longer Sons of... It always seems to happen with the Sons of Dawn, that it always gets rocking with. The White Templars, of course, now with the Exorcists, the Soul Drinkers. They're another big Sons of Dawn chapter that are not really Sons of Dawn. What the hell is going on with Dawn's lineage, GW? Do you have a hatred for Dawn's regal sons? What's going on? For the other things on there, like the Mentors, the Fire... I'm sure the Fire Lords at some point were Sons of Dawn. Maybe that's just me going down a Dawnian hole. Blood Ravens, that's always been speculated to be Magnus or something funky like that. Storm Giants, I'm sure they were at one point a White Scar successor. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Dragon Lords, Tiger's Argent, I think that's one of the new ones. Carcharodons, they've always been speculated to be either Raven Guard or Night Lords, or a mix of both. I actually do really like that background. Brazen Skulls, don't know much about. Red Scorpions. Red Scorpions are a weird one. I'm sure Red Scorpions were linked at some point to either the World Eaters or the Word Bearers. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that one. And the Minotaurs, well, it states in the old lore, I say old lore, 8th edition and stuff like that, play the Minotaurs as Imperial Fists. I'm not having that one. Hell to the no, right? Minotaurs can stay unknown. They are no longer connected to the Sons of Dawn, which I'm actually happy with that one, because I massively dislike the Minotaur chapter. Again, I'm sorry if this video comes across as a rant. If anything, it's just me being petty. I'm a Space Marine fanboy, and when I see this, it really does. It just twists my gears a little bit. That I know, like, if I was to do an Exorcist chapter a couple of years ago, and because I was like, oh yeah, they are Sons of Dawn, you know, it's been confirmed in the White Dwarf magazine, this is an amazing time for us all, and now I get to 9th edition, it's like, well, they're unknown now. I would be made fun of. Oh, well, look at him. He put his eggs in all in one basket. You deserve everything you get, Valrak. I just wish that if GW put out a story, right, and put it out there, they'd at least stick to that story for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. Not change it every couple of years, because it gets ridiculous. People can't decide what to do. Do I pick this chapter? Oh, they are White Scars. You know, they come from Jagatai Khan. Next edition, they don't. They come from Salamanders or something like that. They come from Gilliman. They come from, I don't know, even worse. They come from like Angron or something like, rumored to be like Angron. You can't keep doing this, Games Workshop, because people keep building their armor on the lore you keep putting out there. Please, just stick to one bloody story, and we'll all enjoy that for the future time being. Anyway, sorry about this. I am going to be doing more videos on the new 40k lore coming out from the new Space Marine Codex. So if you want to stay tuned to that, then yeah, I'll be covering that sometime next week with all the juicy stuff inside of that book. See you now. Have a great day, and bye-bye.